Shalom, Israel. This is your boy Joseph Israel Main of Jesus Justice League, and we are in. So let's get down to business. Now, a lot of y'all wonder why you have bad relationships, shaky friendships, suspect people around you. It's because a lot of you don't pick someone of your spirit. Y'all pick someone to be around with at the same thing that you lust for, meaning that the same habits, but not the same spirit. Because when I look, I see people using flesh to connect to spirit and not using the spirit to connect to spirit. That's one of the breakdowns that's in the Bible when you're dealing with spirit and flesh being explained by me right now. Because see, it's already documented and we still living it right now. Sorry about that. But most of y'all are going by flesh. Nobody's trying to go by spirit. And that's what's been messing us up. Same thing, y'all go by looks. Y'all make looks become idol and y'all idolize it, and then you wonder why it is so much problems in the world. Because you got to literally think you are a spirit within flesh. And using flesh to connect to someone that's spiritual just like you, but most of us are spiritually lost. But it's the same thing. Now, this is something I think a lot of people should really think about and really give heed to when it comes to dealing with people. See, we like to judge people by what we see with the eyes and perceive with thought, but think about this. The head hides the mind, the thoughts. The body hides the feeling, the emotion, except for when that emotion is overtaken, or except when you are overtaken by those emotions. Excuse me, man. But this is how the world works, and this is why the world is in the confusion it's in, the chaos that it's in, and nobody seems to know how to fix things. And see, when you look at most of the people that so-called are prophets or preachers or men of God don't need props. And I get it. The props is there to keep you entertained, to block your understanding that you hear from your ear, and to block what you perceive with your eyes.
up? When we gonna wake up as people? When we gonna wake up as consciousness of God? Or are we gonna remain in a reprobate mind as men? Now I got a preaching I want to get to. Yeah, it sounds so much better now. But we got to wake up, people. Because like I told you, and this is true, a lot of us are being deceived and doing the deceiving. And the Bible never lied. Now I'm seeing why they implemented casting lots. Because a lot of false prophets would try to spit the same narrative as the prophets that God sent forth. After that, people like Paul, Onesimus, and such others saw this and decided to put in casting lots because it was needed in the ministry back then as it's needed now to truly see who God is dealing with, who is the best interpreter of the Bible. And you will see none of them stand next to me except for a few. And it's sad that these people have turned these so-called false prophets because they want to be prophets. Like these people have turned all these people into Baal, and that's who y'all represent, Baal. That's the whole name of Baal. When you represent someone or put a man on high before God, even include myself, you have made that man God. And I'm sitting here looking, observing mostly. And when you see it, you see a whole lot of people bowing down and idolizing these men, turning these men into an idol, making them God of their conscience. Whatever they say is true. No one goes back and fact check these men. No one questions why these men change consistently. For God never changed, and if God don't change, so don't his words change. But you'll steady see these men preaching and gospel changing each day, because right now they're being taught something new by Jesus Justice League. And deceiving the people as if it came from them. And this is facts. I got proof. I got Geno Jennings not knowing what have mean, misleading the people. I got IUIC of all types of misunderstandings of the scripture, in which a lot of y'all follow these certain men. Not even really truly searching the scripture for yourselves. And these men steady keeping you in a reprobate mind. For there can only be one Jesus. So these men tell you that Jesus is not here and y'all got to wait for Jesus to come, for Christ to come. No, Christ is already here within you. I just got through doing this last year, my teaching, and it's a shame how many people are missing out on real knowledge. When you go and look back at my teachings from September and October, you'll start to see that I already told you where Christ is at. Christ is the scriptures. Once you put them scriptures in your heart, then you become Jesus when you do them. And that's the truth. And I dare anyone to challenge that. And no one challenged it yet. And it's been out for like, what, 6, 7, 8 months. And now I'm explaining it again, but not in scripture, but of my own free will, my own liberty, which I speak, and God given me to speak with my tongue. I explain where the Eden of garden is. I explain Eve and Adam. I done unlocked so many scriptures that these guys have led you and steered you wrong on the path, that it's a shame that y'all don't know about it. But it is what it is. Y'all are victims hypnotized by the eyes and the ears. That's all. See, the eyes love excitement and the ears love gossip. And this is what you find every day in the neighborhood. Just the everyday life of men. So with that said, this is your boy Joseph Israel, Jesus Justice League, and we are out the building. Ding, 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 ding. Man, y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy your day, man. Just some words I want to drop on y'all, similar to the words I dropped earlier, because this is all that needs to be said at this moment in time. Until we can start moving with authority and action, instead of moving our lips and listen to lips being moved. If we don't take action and authority, we're going to stay stagnant right here. And this is what I want y'all to look at. When you first started liking Creflo, when you first started liking Geno Jennings, when you first started liking certain Israelite groups, when you start liking other pastors and preachers of this gospel, what did they start out with to where they is now in gospel? If your gospel changed at any time, their spirit is not in them or in you. If you follow men who don't know how to interpret this scripture, who don't know how to interpret Jesus, the word. So no matter who try to go and copycat, I already did it. And it's a shame that these men been around 40 some odd years, plus years, or 10 plus years, and was just preaching y'all a lot, and words change every year. And if they word change every year, best believe their behavior has too. So with that said, man, this is your boy, man. We out, man. We out.